Good day, you good dunce. How we doing? We are here. Actually, I gotta move things around. Change my ears. How we doing, Orcrus? Alright. Where's this stuff out? Hello, hello. Don't want to flip. Want to flip? That's better. There we go. I think I'm in the right spot. Let's see. Looking forward to getting these bugs finished tonight. I've got one bug that I know of. And then I'm basically just hunting for other bugs. That's all. What the hell game is this? It's old. PlayStation. This isn't Road Rash. I know that much. This feels like Twisted Metal. Yeah. I saw this stuff down here and I was like, that's Twisted Metal. Isn't this some retro shooter? It's like a vehicular combat. Good old vehicular combat. It was very fun. Same with Road Rash. Road Rash was super fun. You see, I'm not gonna do what you want me to do, because I'm gonna go there. Mm-hmm. Go there, there. Castle. Actually, maybe I'll go there. I don't know. I have finally migrated to Water Fox, as you can see. As you can see, all this stuff doesn't look like the actual chess pieces. Although I think that's because I'm forcing it to use my own specific font. I'm forcing it to use OX Proto. So that tells me that these characters in Bam! Oh! You suck. Let's see. Go there, go there. Watch this. Mmm. So good. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to take my queen? Because I'll take yours. Thank you. Now... Ooh. Ooh. That's gotta suck. So either move back and then it's checkmate, or you do that. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna start pushing my pawns. Let's see. Go there. Now I can push you, attack you. Mmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. And now I go here. You can't win. Got him. Very nice. Very, very nice. So the issue we were having was that the delivery box had a null item data. LSP stop. LSP start. Interactable. Load. If it doesn't have item data, return. If item data is not empty. Let's go for debug. Why? Why does it not have item data? This is the stuff I don't understand. Crash. All of them are null when it comes to item data. I know why. I know why. Frick. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Here is what we're going to do. Go into interactable. There we go. If it's not empty, we'll go if data get item data. Need to create the regex. I need a regex. Which needs to be... What is it? What is it? We need to check if it ends with... one and unlimited times. Cool. So we do that. Dot TRES end. So we want to go test 1 tres. Test tres. Test 1 tres. Yeah, cool. Test 32 tres. Beautiful. So that's what we need. We do that. If regex search data get item data. It's going to return a regex match. Get group count is greater than 0. Then we need to format that section. So I want to replace the last digits. I could split it at the underscore at the end. ID lock. So ID location. So what we need is to split it at the end. Packed string array will be... I can't just split. I need to reverse it. And then split at underscore. Allow empty true. Which we know. False. Well, I'll do true anyway. For 0. For 1. Max split is 1. So that'll only split it once. And then we can go... new path will be split get 1 Yeah, split get one. Actually, no, I don't need that. Split get one. We have to reverse it again. And then new path. Append. Oh, shit. You know what I need to do? I need to only do this for the delivery box. I'm going to take all this. It's not an invalid escape string, you bastards. Like, I can't do that because then it's not going to recognize that. I'll deal with that in a second. It's going to do that by default. Then we need to go... see what we've got here. Leave the page, god damn it. Waterfox has been... Waterfox is doing good. I'm enjoying Waterfox a bit. So it does want the double backslash. Okay. But only for that. Oh, no. It does want it for that. Is it regex create? Regex compile. What this one will do... we'll get the box size first, and then we can append box size keys, get box size to lower. Do you want any digits in the name or should it end with digits? It needs to end with .tres because that's the path that we're loading. What we need to do is replace the numbers at the end because we had the item data files set as _4, _8, _32, _64, stuff like that. And I need to change those so that they are _small or _medium. So that way we can change how many items we want to have in a delivery box for that specific line item and not need to worry about the file name not matching the actual resource information. So by doing it this way, having it have the box size at the end instead of the items like the maximum items contained in the box, it prevents that sort of issue. But now I've got to reload these and change them like so. Enums box size keys. Yep. New path that. Then we go item data load. New path. Else we are loading ID location. So we can do that. None of that matters anymore because it's all fixed. So now we should be able to go get item data and new path. Now it should load. So this will make sure that anyone's existing demo saves will work in the new release structure, provided it works. Like if it doesn't, then I just go back and fix it a little bit. So what do we have? So they're not matching, because if they were matching, it would go into here and print that. So let's go print debug. Checks search ID lock. Get group count. I'm also going to have a look in here. Dex, your third. Tricky taken second, I see. Gamer, how are we? Dex and Gamer both contributed in 24-hour stream. Is anyone else going to contribute to that this morning? Or this evening? Let's see, so we got search. Returns a regex match. The regex match as get group count. Returns the number of capturing groups. Returns the starting position of the match within the source string. Maybe searches the text of the compiled pattern and replaces it with the specified string. Escapes. Back references. Ah, that's actually very handy. So I can actually get rid of that. And I can actually just do sub ID lock with %s trez or %d trez. No, %s trez. Box size keys get box size. slower. And it returns the string too. So I want to actually go ID location. Now let's see what happens. We vibe coding or raw dogging? We are knowing what we are doing. That's what we're doing. Okay. So we can see that it is replacing it now. So it is replacing it with the small and medium. That one there did replace. Card sleeves small. We have a look in here. Card sleeve small trez. So how is it not finding that? Content data, card pack, hero villain. So the item data is still null though. Failed loading resource. Settings, item data, deliveries, comic 1, 32 trez. Because I still have that happening. No, never mind. Interesting. The delivery box shouldn't be calling this at all. That's the only point in which we'll try to access the stuff. Unless it's content data. No, because the content data was correct. How are we doing, Julian? How are you? The content data was correct. It had been loaded. It's the item data that's failing. It's because of the super load. Don't need that anymore. That's why. That was the code that we were replacing from the previous. All right. There we go. Beautiful. Why are they all Oh, I know why. Alright, so that's fixed. That will now ensure that everyone with existing save files are not going to have issues loading those games with the new file paths. Beautiful. So from now, we can do... Look at that. Only 30 minutes in, we've already fixed the bug that I set out to fix tonight. Done. Nice. Yeah, I can tell you, Water Fox is very nice. Like, so this is Water Fox at the moment. What I can do, I'm just going to quickly change something back. Under here, yeah, allow them to use their own font. Yes. Like, it's all... It works very well. Like, there's no problems with it. I don't have any issues. And also, you'll see I've got uBlock Origin installed. But it does come with its own ad block. So, like, it has its own ad block built into it. See? Look at that. Look at that. Go Water Fox. It doesn't have all of the AI crap that that Firefox is putting in there. It doesn't have any of the Google shit that Firefox is putting in. None of it. It's just Firefox without the shit. Firefox without shitification. I like it. Okay. Thanks for contributing there, Orcrus. Oh yeah, Julian, contribute to the 24-hour streamiversary challenge. Contribute. Alright, so what do we do now? Because that's all I had planned for tonight. That's one thing I can look at. Is Godot 4.7. Oh damn! Release candidate 2 already. Jeepers, this Monday featured the release of the first release candidate build. As a reminder, RC builds are when we believe the engine has stabilized and is ready for release, so it's the last chance to report critical regressions before the stable version drops. Today we are excited to produce our second snapshot, addressing a small handful of critical regressions that revealed themselves in that time. Unless reports of any show-stopping regressions come from the changes made in RC1 or RC2, a stable release is just around the corner. Nice. Nice. Jump to the download section and give it a spin. I don't need to do that. Highlights. 2D, fix first tile not being randomized. Animation, add null check for root animation node in animation tree. Smart. Build system, fix index error caused by debug tag stack pop. Build system, fix download scripts and build in the MSYS2 environment. Core, don't flush the message queue before the main loop is iterating. Core, fix a deadlock in worker thread pool. Documentation, link to multiple Windows demo projects in window class documentation. More documentation. GUI editor fix. Scene tree drop. Okay. And third party, update D3D12 download script to use current release. Fair enough. Fair enough. Seems like it's coming along nicely. 50k? What are you doing, Hilden? That could have been 2,000 points towards the 24-hour stream. But no, you wanted hot sauce. Thanks for contributing, Hilden. Howdy. Howdy, hey. What's going on, Dun? Alright. Thank you very much, Hilden. Thank you for contributing, Dun. Ooh. Yeah. Yucky. Yucky, yucky. Now I gotta dig the cracker out of my teeth. That's hot. Oh, that's hot. Quick, where's Will Smith when you need him? I need him to explain how hot it is. That's better. Now it's getting worse. Finally set up emails of my own custom domain. Now I got the big work ahead of migrating all my old services for the new email. Yep. It's a bit like that. I think what I want to do is I want to migrate my... I want to set up my own email server on a server that I rent and use it to have all of my emails go to. And just like de-Google that way. Yeah. How we doing, Tanaka? Tanaka's order. That reminds me, I saw a YouTube clip of some movie or TV show or something. Like interviewing someone called Tanaka. True story. True story. Hang on, 2 seconds. There we go. So. Tomorrow morning is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. I am on Arch. I used it but went back. But could not rice it that well back to Windows, trying again. My Arch Hyperland config is very simple. For example, in here, I've set up some custom bindings that I wanted. And I changed the colors here to be these colors and changed the gaps. That's basically all I did. I did add some other stuff down here as well, like the, where are we? Like this stuff. Let me take that, go there. Because what I want to do is go, actually, undo that. And change this to Waterfox. Waterfox. There we go. See how that got rid of the opacity here? So now I don't have random opacity on my Waterfox. So if I've got a video up or if I'm showing something here, I don't have opacity, you just pop in. Outside of that, there's also Waybar, which is this thing up here. Most of that is just styling this. So like changing the font family, changing the size, and then just changing the colors. Changing the colors to whatever I want. And that's all I did in there. And then this, which is Wofi. That there is again just some font family, font size, and color changes. And outside of that, nothing else. Nothing else really done. I wanted to host my own email server at home originally, but nowadays one needs tons of other stuff too to support that, or some providers put emails to spam. I feel like my voice is going. An extra next oh, I pay for email or I have a server? Can I just use my own? The answer is a complex one. Yes, you can host your own email server, but this question is less about can and more about should. This guide provides a comprehensive technical detailed look at what it really takes to host your own email server in 2026. We will cover the complete technical setup, full control versus responsibility. Self-hosting gives you absolute privacy and control of your data. It also makes you 100% responsible for all setup, security, spam filtering, and maintenance. Extreme technical complexity. It's not a simple task. Requires deep knowledge of link server administration, DNS, various mail service software components, MTA, IDA. Yep, I know all of that already. Deliverability is the main challenge. The single hardest part of self-hosting is deliverability. You must correctly configure SPF, DKIM, DMARC, and RDNS. Even with perfect setup, your IP will likely be viewed with suspicion by major providers like Gmail and Microsoft, leading your emails to ending in spam folders. Differentiate your email needs. Before you start, you must understand 3 distinct types of email. Personal mailbox, transactional email, automated site notifications, marketing email. A hybrid approach is best for 99% of all website owners. A hybrid solution is far superior. Use dedicated professional service for your mailbox like Google Workspace and specialized tools for your website's transactional and marketing emails. I mean, I can understand the spam side of things, but I wonder... Proton Mail. I saw that you were interviewing recently. Like when you interview, don't you think they may use those AI things to cheat? No. Because like people can use AI in interviews, but it's very easy to know if someone's giving you an AI answer. Someone that is reading a response that ChatGPT has given them can easily be picked out because they sound like a chat AI. The words they use and things like that, it doesn't sound natural. And trying to reword that information in your own words when you don't understand the information because you're relying on the AI to tell you the information is very, very, very difficult. Because you'll probably try to say it in your own words, but you'll end up saying something incorrect or that doesn't make sense. So people that know what they're doing, like if you're doing a tech job interview, you're gonna interview eventually with a tech person, and they're gonna go, they're just reading what an AI has told them. Like that's easy. So much DNS records set up, I just opted Proton instead. Yeah, Proton got the €10 per month per year if paid right away to get access to custom domain support. I just got the €13 per month to test if it works fine. Now swapped over to a year at a time model. That's fair. That's fair. I've thought about it. But like you've got to factor in on top of that is it's not just the €120 a year because €10 per month sort of thing. It's also the domain cost every year or every 3 years, however long you renew it for. So that all depends on what your domain is as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things to do out there. EU domain was quite cheap. AU domains are not cheap. Let's think. What am I doing? That's right. Let's do this. Let's test. Stay there. Okay, pop that there. Okay. get some of these put up around the store. Oh. That's interesting. We have to look into that. That's incorrect. I'm going to save this as a separate save. But I don't like. Ooh, hello. Nil to a variable type float. Market graph 21. I think I know. Biggest issue with Proton is they might be too secure. Got to set up local relay to decipher the encrypted emails for regular email clients. Oh, nice. It's gonna be 21. That. I think I know why. Game state. Go into here. Go into here. We go. Yeah, artwork has post to casual. The line item is post casual. Category is deco. Wonder if it's because the category needs to be artwork. Passes in pricing data. Now looks at item data category, which is you. Yes. So we need to change those to artwork. Okay. See if that fixes it. Still breaking. However, it does have post casual. Doesn't have anything. Yes. Yes. Because that's not the one that has a price. That's not the one that has a price. The one that has a price is this one. Too easy. I think I heard that today Google released the updated version of Chrome, which no longer supports like the Manifest V3 or V2 stuff, which is what still allowed things like uBlock and whatnot to work. I think that's why there's been a big push over the last couple of days of people that are like switching. Also, if anyone's using Firefox, I definitely recommend Waterfox. It's very easy to use. It is, believe it or not, just Firefox. There we go. They aren't staying within. Firefox with some settings that many prefer to change, like retain history. It's not even that, it's Waterfox comes with a built-in ad blocker, so you don't need to download like uBlock Origin or anything like that. It has an ad blocker built into it. It also doesn't have any of the AI stuff that Firefox has been adding. It doesn't have the AI VPN that Firefox has added recently. Got none of that. Like, just it's basically modern Firefox with the amount of bloat that Firefox 10 years ago had. Got water fox on my arch now, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, it's very nice. It is very nice. Alright, let's take a break. We've done scale word today, haven't we? No, we haven't. We haven't done scale word. Hot. Hey. Min. Mew. Okay, so there's an E in there. There's no W. I was all shocked when I started up my Raspberry Pi 5 with regular Firefox and it tried to shove VPN and all the AI stuff down my gut. Yeah. Yep. That was one of the things that immediately made me go, you know what? I'm gonna stop using this. Lid. ID or IE and something else. Ice. Good stuff. Getting the first 3 letters is always the most difficult part. Okay, so it's not mice. Okay, rice. There we go. Ricer. Okay, so that's where R goes. Crime. Price. There we are. Easy. Last one. Easy. Too dang easy. Too easy. I'm gonna do a game of chess as well, just because I'm so far ahead with Bobble Shop Sim. I can take it chill. So nice. There, I'll move you there. And then I'm gonna go there. Oh, what? I thought. Difference is, I have 3 developed pieces. You've got 1. Like, I got pieces coming at you. Didn't see that coming, did you? Let's see. I'll push that there. I'll let you do that. Then I can take there, you take there, because then I take there. Now I'm looking at you. Uh-oh. And then I mean, I can definitely do that. I'm still up in pieces. Been a right pain in the ass. I'm gonna go here, you'll come down here. Watch this. Then oh, what am I doing? If I go a knight, no, it's gonna go a queen. Because now, let's see. I'm gonna go down here. I can time them out from here. Now, I did miss a checkmate. I missed a checkmate there. That's checkmate. I missed it. I completely missed it. Go. Oh, actually, it's not. Yeah, no, it is checkmate because they go there and then I go there. Like they can't. That's it. That's it. That's game. Can't believe I missed it. I just found out you can copy Unreal event graphs, paste to Notepad, and send the text to chatbots to assist in debugging. Oh my god. Oh, there was one cool thing that I saw earlier today. Web video player that is actual text. No, where was it? I can't remember if it was on Twitter or on Blue Sky that I saw it. Might have been Blue Sky. Oh my god, where was it? Maybe it wasn't Blue Sky. Shit. Where was it? I'm sure it'll pop back up if I just scroll. Come on. No, I don't see it. No, can't find it. Shit. Basically, there was no media being sent to the web page. It was just like playing a video that was converted to text that was colored. So the text was just being colored on screen, and that's it. So there wasn't actually any media, like any video data or media data being transferred. It was just ASCII, like just JavaScript. I hate this with X. If you glance at something and it refreshes, or if you want to revisit something, it's lost to the void. Yeah. Like Kaka. I have no idea what that is. Do you have... I don't want to Google that. That's the only thing. Are you into ARPGs at all, like Diablo? I am. I did enjoy Diablo 4 for a period of time. I enjoyed Diablo 3 for a period of time. I've enjoyed Paths of Exile, and I'm looking forward to Path of Exile 2 getting a full release, which I hear is supposed to be later this year. Yeah. Hello, Standard Error. How you doing? Do you have a link to that thing? Kaku's colored ASCII output for the video. Let's see if this is it. No. I don't know if it's because the video quality is low. The one that I remember seeing was a lot better quality. It was a lot better quality. No, it's just adding text to video. I don't know. I'm never going to be able to find it. I'm cooking with my game. Really excited about some of the ideas I have. I'm combining roguelites and Diablo. Is it... like, hopefully it's not going to be too... hopefully it's not going to be too big in scope. That's my only concern with doing an ARPG like Diablo or something. It's like you come up with this idea and it's really awesome and you love the idea, and then you realize that the scope for you to make it on your own is going to take like a decade. That thing looked like 80 by 25 characters or so. Yeah, the one I saw, it looks like it was just like a specific character that was just being colored. And I think it was a 360, I think it was a 360p video. Like, in size. Yeah. It was interesting, though. We got that fixed. Hydrate. Let's do it. Let's drape the high. Actually, you see this number up here? It says 73 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow I'm hoping to reduce that. I'm taking tomorrow morning's stream off, and I'm going to open up my PC. I'm going to take the CPU fan off. I'm going to clean off the thermal paste, and I'm going to reapply the thermal paste. Hopefully it'll bring that down. I made a text mode console video player on one of my streams using ANSI escape sequence to color the background of a bunch of space characters. Interesting. With small enough font, a space can be almost a single pixel. I mean, if your font is small enough for a character to be a single pixel, then then it's no longer a character. It is just a single pixel. Because it's just going to be that pixel being a color, and that's it. At that point, you're just doing video. You're just coloring pixels. I'm going to see if I can find this over here. I don't want to go to X and search for something, because knowing X, it'll come up with stuff that probably shouldn't be displayed on stream. Okay, let's search. Text video. No. video. Okay. This thing. Okay, I found it. It was something that someone vibe coded. There's not that one. Not that one, this one. So this is the video. This is the video, and then this is the text. I was like, that's interesting. It's an interesting interesting way to display video. But yeah, it's just like a single character that's just like having its color set specifically. Doing something neat. Art is the biggest scope, and I'm doing a modular mesh system similar to Xanima with Diablo flavor. Then I'll use the 3D models as 2D sprites for inventory. So really I create one 3D model, sliced in 6 separate models. Rarity increase fleshes out the full model for that specific piece of gear. Then a layer system component automatically colors lower layers to save resources. Or automate. So if I create 30 models, I have over 1,000 combinations. The problem that you're going to have there is designing things like that are that modular. Like modularity is not easy. And like, sure, like if you do it that way, it might save you some time on the 3D modeling and artwork and whatnot. But that's, to me, that's not the largest part of the artwork. The largest part is going to be the environment and the world. If you do something Diablo-like, Diablo's got like that massive world that you can navigate between, explore and stuff, as well as procedurally generated things. Like they have different environments, different biomes, different areas, different buildings, all this type of stuff. That to me is the largest piece of work. Is creating that layout, creating all of that stuff, creating all of the props that just get positioned around the cities and stuff like that. Not the weapons and the gear. The weapons and the gear, to me, are generally a fairly minor part. How we doing, noob of Linux? Can't remember, were you one of the people trying some of my programming challenges? I asked because I recently made one of them, so it doesn't refer to the other streamer I originally made a challenge for. I don't remember. I don't think so. I think the only programming challenge stuff I've ever tried to do was the Advent of Code. Yeah. Alright, so we've got all that fixed. Let's test this out. Oh, fix up the model too. Yep. So out here, you can see how it's got like that the glare of the glass and stuff. And then in here, it doesn't have it because it's inside the window. And if I move it and I go outside, see how I can't put it out here? I can only put it inside. That's right, that's what I was fixing. Those image positions. UI. Where is it? Tablet. I'm over Debian. Started creating my own custom installation last night because I'm not happy. Now I'm building a Wayland compositor. How have you been? Why? Why? If you're not happy with Debian, you don't have to go scorched earth. You could have just gone to like Mint or like FreeBSD or Arch or Fedora or Cache. Because I can. I'm building my own desktop environment in Zig. I mean, that's fair. If it's because I can, then that's fair. That's fair. Product image. Quick load. Post to casual. You. That's what we need. Maybe that. That works. Now we've got the big issue. The big issue, which is I have to turn on those collision shapes again. Have a look. If the answer to why is why not, then it's okay. I've used Ubuntu, plain Debian, Fedora, Arch, Cache, and Bungie. Just not happy with them. I'm also very bored. What part of them are you not happy with? I thought I updated his hands to have those. So see how it's... I don't want that to be possible. Because then you could do... Ooh, shit, that's definitely not possible. That definitely shouldn't be possible. Okay, so there's some bugs. Okay. We need to go into poster. So in here, if furniture is null, or that, okay, if we go into current state of poster, which will be placed, that's not what we want. Maybe the desktop environment, you're always forced to use their experience. I want to make my own, so I'm playing around. No, you're not. Linux doesn't force you to use any experience. They have a default experience, which you can then change. You can customize however you want. Like, you can install Mint with Cinnamon as the desktop environment sort of thing. And then you can uninstall Cinnamon and install something else, or you can change something around, or you can alter Cinnamon how you want. Like, I know I've been using Linux since Red Hat. So why did you say that then? Why did you say you're forced to use their experience if you know that? Huh? I'm very confused. I can't be bothered creating a child of this, so I'm just going to go if character is poster. Because you are, yeah. Actually, if character is not poster, do that. Otherwise, interact data. If it's not poster, then interacts. I'll do an append array for interactions. Turn interacts. L if player instance. No. Yes. Actually. If a furniture is placed, there's only pack away and move that you can do, right? Pack away is at top level, move is at the bottom. Ah, yeah, move, cage, bobble, take, bobble. Okay, so that's got a couple. The bust is move. That's move. So I think it's only that specific one. This one has move and check out. Move. Move, okay. Interesting. No matter the DE, it's always the same. Many distros are we all look the same. Gnome in a wrapper, Sway in a wrapper, XFC in a wrapper. Which more distros had lightweight login manager? And then could just pick and install 10 random desktop environments, etc. And could just pick from list what I want to use today when I log in. You can. Those desktop environments would just be auto-populated in the login manager after install. I'm pretty sure that exists. Yeah. That's the same thing with the desktop environments. Just install the one you want, uninstall the one you don't want. and then configure the one that you want however you want it configured. Style it however you want it styled, all that kind of stuff. Like, there's the issue. You got to install the login manager, not as default in distro. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same situation. Because like the Linux distros that they're giving to people are like specifically things like Mint and Fedora and Ubuntu and stuff like that. They're there to support the majority, like general computing habits. Like most people that are going to use the systems and stuff like that. People that are moving over from Windows that aren't really Linux advanced users and stuff. So they like have the tools that are stable and well known and stuff like that. Arch Linux doesn't have that. So if you install Arch Linux, that doesn't have a default experience. If you install Arch Linux, just straight Arch Linux, you don't have a desktop environment or a login manager or anything like that. You just have the TTY. Yeah. As I said, I'm bored. I built Linux from scratch last year. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I understand you're just doing it because you can, but following that up with because they force you to use a default desktop environment, that's what caught me. That's what made me go, well, hang on, no, that's wrong. Just wrong. Yeah. That's that's the only thing that I was getting caught on. Like, everything, like, yeah, if you want to do it, go for it. Like, I'm not gonna stop you. As long as the reason isn't because they force you to use a default desktop. So how can we do this? If it's not a poster, we append the interactions. If it is a poster, then what I need to do... Like, do I want it? I don't want it to be able... I don't want it to say pick up. And I'm pretty sure the other ones... I'm pretty sure that's just returning that. And in poster, because if I go to cage... If I go into Bobble Cage, get interactions, is going to get the interactions from the state machine. And then it's going to check and it's going to be like, all right, I need to remove some interactions because the player's holding something. So I don't want them to be able to pick a bobble up out of the cage and stuff like that. So it handles that logic specifically. So I need poster to do the same thing where we go, if state machine current state is not placed idle, actually is not idle, or it is idle but the player instance held object is null, and player instance furniture is null, Then we do that. That's what we'll do. Debian Expert install doesn't have X either. That's how I install Debian. What? So many distros say that multiple DE at the same time not supported, and please do not do that. Same with CachyOS, could have different DE for family members on the same machine. So many distros say that multiple desktop environments at the same time and not supported. Oh, right, I gotcha. So I think it's like installing multiple desktop environments is fine. I think trying to run multiple desktop environments at the same time is what they're saying is not supported. Yeah. So like you can't run KDE and GNOME at the same time. But you can have them both installed, and then when you log in, you just pick one. I don't want to make that work by default, so one go do it themselves. The installer is like, please do not pick multiple ones in the install script. In the when you're doing a first setup, sure, because what they need to do during the first setup is they need to have a default desktop environment to put you into. If you pick multiple, it's going to install multiple, but which one is it setting up as the one that you're going to log into by default and stuff like that? You have to use a hypervisor to run at the same time. Yeah. Just run LXC or Docker. Debian Expert install is very minimal, so no X11 and all that jazz. I saw that afterwards. So you're just talking like a minimal install, no GUI. None of that stuff. Because that's usually what I do. When I go to install a Linux distro, I'm not looking for one that has a desktop environment and a session manager and all that kind of stuff by default. I want to install. I want to have one which I can pick. Like I just go, all right, I'll install this desktop environment. I'm going to install this session manager. Yeah, I'm going to install this compositor. Stuff like that. That reminds me. How is Nigiri? No. Linux Neri, I think it is. Yeah. Neri Window Manager. I have been tempted to set up something like this on a laptop. I've been very tempted to set this up on a laptop. What distro are you using? Me? I'm using Arch. At one point, I just had xnit file for each user on their home directory, so wife could have different desktop to mine. Yeah. Wife wanted Windows looking one, and I was hopping between Windows managers weekly. Yeah, I do like this. It can be very helpful, I reckon. Especially if you're on like a 13-inch laptop or something like that. Good old Neri. Let's test that out. Let's just hope that works. Excellent. I can't pick up that one underneath it. Still don't know why it's doing that. Now the other thing we need to do when we're placing, so we check these place raycasts. Get collider is null. I don't know why the collider would be null. That's the thing. Game's looking good. Thank you very much. We've got it all finished. I've tested all the products. I can place all of the products on any of the display shelves fine, and they stack correctly apart from one, which is... Oh, actually, I need to double check that. I'll do that after this, actually. Yeah, we're basically just fixing bugs and stuff like that now. We're just playing the game, testing a specific area, making sure that works as expected. And then once we've gone through everything, we've got everything working as expected, I'm going to just like start playing for a bit. Have NPCs do their things, have employees do their things, all that kind of stuff. And then just see what issues occur, what crashes happen, what bugs occur, and fix them as they come up. And then when 4.7 releases, I'm going to upgrade to that so that we can use the rectangular area light instead of the omnidirectional light for our store. And then we do some optimizations. So update the rendering so that when things are in the box or on the shelf, it's just a mesh that's being rendered using the rendering server. And then like when you pick something up and hold it in your hand, it instances the node. It creates an instance of that thing and moves it off the shelf into your hand and stuff like that. Yeah. Why? So check the place raycast. Placement overlap. The boys in area 3D we return. Wonder what's the poster's shape? Or collision layer. So your collision layer is 8. Your mask is 32, which is navigation block. Your area is not detecting 8. Gonna do that. Posters can be 31. Why does it care about the navigation block though? Like, why does it marks? Why is it masking 32? You know what? I'm going to shrink this area. Bring it down to 0.04. .01. So that's what we'll do for that. Furniture. There we are. Have you got a release time frame, or is it available on Steam? Demo is available on Steam, and the release is July 24th. So I would imagine, like, at this rate, by the end of this month, I will have this thing finished. Because you're colliding with yourself. It's just me, or this poster tilted a little bit relative to the XY plane. Which one? Like, it depends on where you're looking at it. Why is it still allowing me to place it there? Yeah, if you look at it from this way, then it might look a little tilted. But it's why is it still doing that? Because the area is not. Yep, I know why. That's why. Wonder if that's going to start causing it to push forward again. Oh, cool. What are you doing? The area should be detecting that. The area should be masking it. And going, oh yeah, the poster's collision layer. I wonder if its collision is disabled when it's placed. No, it doesn't. Doesn't set the collision to be disabled. So why not? This area is detecting 8. It's monitoring and it's monitorable. In 3D model thing. In here. It's gonna depend on, if you have a look in here, it's all 0 on rotations. That one's 180 on the Y, so it's facing backwards. But like, it's gonna be because of the camera. So it's gonna be because of my camera here. Like, depending on how you look at it and stuff. Just an optical illusion. So posters have a collision layer 8. And the area is masking 8. And the poster placement overlap Why? Why is that not working? Collision's not disabled. Its collision layer is 8. And the poster's area is overlapping 8. That is overlapping. That's overlapping. Actually, why are you disabled? That's why. That's why. The fact that that got changed is bad. Gonna take a break. We'll See what we can do after the ads with it. Now, it's not my filter bodies affecting it. So it's sort of green axis on one side of the poster. At the top of the poster, but on the other side of the poster. On the bottom of the poster. We'll go through it in a minute. Check on it in a min. Like, the green does go straight up and down. Why did I do that? You fucking take it. Let's see. Yeah, let's see you do something without your queen. I don't think you know how to play without your queen. Look at how long it's taken them to think. Hang on, they moved already. What? Hang on. Should have pushed forward because I wouldn't have been able to do anything. Let's see. Fine. Stalemate me. Bastard. Fine. Fine. I ruined that one at the start. I'm just going to take you. I'll take that. Ah, shit. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, of course, because of the... Yep. Don't take pawn on d4. The theory is to push on e4, attacking knight. I don't really care about theory and stuff like that. I'm not playing chess to get better at chess. I'm just playing chess. Like that is all I'm doing. Oh, yeah, you can take that. Oh, well. Oh, they didn't see it. Holy shit. That is amazing. Let's go there. Gonna move you there and go around like so. Knew you were going to go there. I don't want to go there. If I go there, you can fork me. That's what they're counting on. Let's see. Go there and attack you. Now I can be the one to do the forking. Watch. You and your queen. Take that. Pain in my goddamn ass. Frickin' douche. That'd be a nice move. Nope. Thank you. Thank you. That's much better. Oh, damn, there was a brilliant move in there, apparently. I mean, you know. Yeah, that was better. What was the brilliant move? It was going to be that knight, wasn't it? That one. Yep. Yeah. I thought so. Thought so. And that was the turning point. Gotta go and have a good rest of the stream. Have a great one, Standard Error. I think you're going to like what I've got planned for the next game. I think everyone's gonna like what I have planned for my next game. It's gonna be so good. I am so looking forward to it. Have a good one. Let's just say that it's going to be C++, maybe C, and it's going to have cool shader effects. It's going to have cool puzzles and stuff. It's going to look real good. Real good. Real good. What was I doing in here? That's right, we were doing this stuff. So it's... that. Is another card game like Slay the Spire or Balatro or the overdone genre? Nope. Nope. It's going to be a first-person 3D puzzle game, but the puzzles are going to be there to facilitate a narrative, similar to how Portal and Talos Principle, you complete the puzzles to progress the narrative, except mine's not going to be based on one type of puzzle. I'm going to have like different types of puzzles, and you get scored on the puzzles, and depending on what your scores are in the puzzles depends on what happens. So it's going to have a replayability to it, because if you want to get all of the endings, see all the dialogues and see all the secret areas and whatnot, you got to play it multiple times. And you've got to do better or worse at the different types of puzzles in order to get different endings or to find secrets and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't want those to be textual. I think I want those to have their... when they're placed, I don't want them to be checking stuff, right? Right? Let's shift material override to null. Because what's happening... is the placement overlaps are still being triggered. These things. These are still being triggered for the poster. But I don't want them to be. So I think what I need to do... We set the physics process and stuff to false. You don't. You're not doing that. And that's what's causing the problem, I think. See if that deals with it. But yeah, I think tomorrow after I redo the thermal paste for my CPU, I'm going to start tinkering with one of the shaders that I want to use in my next game. Why are you still triggering? Ah, it's so triggering. Area clear to setting highlight. Where do you get set under furniture though? Placement overlap. Or placement cleared. There's only try connect. And there's no disconnecting of it. Get set to null. Oh, when it's placed, layer 11 is set to false. That still doesn't make sense. No, that's fine. That's not what I need to worry about. That's setting the matte albedo color. That's why. So it is still happening. Okay. Okay. So when it's placing, so I want those to be put in here. I need those. I want those done. Smart. Very, very smart. Ish. I think. Maybe. Do you use AI for any of your projects? I haven't yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up like just like a test project. And I'm just going to see if there's anything I can do with like anything I can do with AI to like make my process easier. Whether it's like keeping track of issues or like telling it what my problem is and having it create an issue somewhere for me to track, or you know, help me plan out the work that I need to do to get something done by a certain date, stuff like that. That works. That works. So I'm going to take these 4. We're going to go into furniture. We're going to go placed. Just because I do think there is like a use that I could have for it. Like one of the things that I wanted to do for a future project, not my next project, but a future project, is have it like describe to it what I wanted a certain character to look like, or like a certain creature in the game to look like, and then tell it to like erase certain parts and like add other bits and pieces, but keep it as a sketch style, like keep it purely as a sketch style. And then once it's got like the general idea of what I'm looking for, I can like take that sketch style image and I can like alter the sketch style to get like the last bits of detail I want, and then draw it to fully flesh it out myself. So I use it to help me brainstorm that sort of creature idea, especially because my drawing at the moment is not amazing level. And then I can take those, I can take the resulting image that I create from those initial generated sketches and create 3D models using them and stuff like that. You could install LM Studio and a Quen model to do that, so everything is kept offline. Yeah, I'm also thinking about getting CRXNG. This thing. I am thinking about getting this and like running it on a Raspberry Pi that I have. Yeah. Good and easy web browser. It's not even a web browser, it's just a search engine. So instead of using DuckDuckGo or Google or Bing, you just use this. Just use CRXNG. Yeah. It's an internet meta search engine, which aggregates results from various search services and databases. Users are neither tracked nor profiled. Free internet meta search engine. But yeah. That's one thing I need to figure out with this thing. Is I've turned this off. Open links in new tabs instead of new windows. I turned that off because when I was trying to pop out my chat windows, it would open them in a new tab instead. I was like, that's not what I want. I want it to... I still want it to allow things to open in other windows. I don't want everything to open in the same goddamn window under tabs. Like, come on. But yeah, well, insert new tab after current tab. No, so that's what it does. That's what it does. So I'll show you what I mean. If I go here, and we go here, you've got this, yeah? And if I click on this and I go pop out activity feed, I want it to be a different window. But if I click this, it opens it up as a tab. And that's not what I want. So it's like I need to... Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't do what I want it to. Okay, so that is a bug, I'm pretty sure. I think so. I think it's an issue with Waterfox. I'm pretty sure. It's just how it is, basically. There's not much I can do about it. Not much that can be done, unfortunately. Oh, that's the other thing I need to get installed. I need that Twitch Enhancer plugin. There we go. That's better. That's better. Alright, so we have this set up correctly now. I need to remove it from up here though. Now furniture will still work, but it's not going to do all the weird stuff that it was doing before. So if I pick that up and move it, still going to work. But none of the other furniture is doing that as well. Yeah, sweet. Sweet. That's those bugs fixed. Now I need to fix this bug. I need to fix this. Why? So, let's have a look at the game data for it. Pop into our settings here. Costume. Also, while I'm still thinking of it, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I did do it. I've already done that. So I need to re-import those bobbleheads. Re-import the meshes, get them updated. Yep. He has a body now, you know it, Rohan. It's a very nice mech. What up, Ned? Yes, my evening streams, I'm a mech. My morning streams, I'm often too tired to get the entire thing set up. So I just get a coffee, have breakfast, start streaming. Actually, is there anything on Anything on Steam Next Fest that people are looking forward to? So I don't think there's anything available yet. Just like people saying if they're going to be putting something up or not. No one can afford games in this economy. I know what you mean. I need to play 007, but I promised myself I would make a game before playing any more games. I should just smash out Pong in 30 minutes so I can play it. God damn. No! That's not how you do it. I see this here. So that there should... Shelf. Trying to learn programming too? Nice. Learning programming is a very good thing to do. Especially in this day and age. It's like when I was growing up and they tried to teach us how to write in cursive. It's important. You need to know how to write in cursive. Oh, really? Really? When was the last time you saw anyone that needed to write in cursive? Never. Programs becoming obsolete with AI? Nope. Even Sam Altman recently made a statement that AI is not going to replace people the way that he previously thought. Even Sam Altman is saying it. And he's also said that AI is starting to become costly for people as well. You got to know how to quality check the AI generated code. Got to debug, test, plan, iterate. Yes, but that requires people. And if you have AI generating tens of thousands of lines of code every week, you need people to check that code, to debug it, to test it. You can't just replace everyone with AI and have like 2 people there doing everything, like checking 20, 30,000 lines of code every week, making sure everything's working and stuff. In all seriousness, if I just become a tester who plugs together blocks of pre-generated code, I'm quitting my job. Yeah, pretty much. Boomer security rules installed. Anti-VS Code is a good start to check your AI generated code. Wait, Inti? What is Inti? Oh, Puma security rules installed into VS Code. Yep. Just don't use VS Code, because if you use VS Code, you might get hacked via an extension that you install. Don't use GitHub because you might get hacked by something GitHub does. By a change that Microsoft makes to GitHub. Use a real Visual Studio? Oh, you use Visual Studio, not VS Code. Ew. Build my own extensions in VS Code so I don't get hacked. See, that's the thing. Like, at some point, at some point, building everything yourself ends up being too much overhead. Because if you're building your own extensions into VS Code so you don't get hacked, may as well have your own IDE, which you can build your own extensions for, because then VS Code itself isn't going to get hacked. Yeah. But then you no longer use the IDE to make anything except for the extensions you use and for fixing the IDE itself and for making changes and fixing things with your own custom desktop environment that you're creating and all this kind of stuff. It gets to a point where there's just no time to actually do anything else apart from maintain the things you've built. Notepad is just fine. If you're able to open it without Microsoft's AI saying, you need to log in. Well, we want to go back to Vim. This is the way. No, not Vim. VI. We always go back to VI. You want to use Vim? Have to rely on the compiler interpreter to make safe assembly code. Write your own compiler interpreter to create your own PC that has its own version of assembly code, so you know that the compiler that's outputting that form of assembly code is safe. Ed is the standard Unix editor. That's true. That's true. We don't even use a text editor. Just pipe your output to a file. All right, type something into the command line and pipe it into output it into a file. Append it to a file that way. That's cursed. Oh, that is so cursed. Pipe your output to binary. Just save time and just pipe the output to dev null, okay? Just save everyone some time. I've forgotten what I was doing. I have forgotten what I was doing. It's the shelf. That's right. We were fixing that placement. Yep. If current stock. So why doesn't it go up? Oh, that's right, because we've got that happening. Yep. I see why. There we go. That fixes that issue. You were fixing an overlap bug in your posters. Oh no, that one's already fixed. That one's fixed. Moved on to a different bug, which I just fixed then. There we go. Look at that. They now stack up as well as front to back. love it. Okay, the next thing I need to do. We need to re-import our bobblehead meshes now. So specifically like Electro, that's one that needs to be updated. I'm just going to have to go through each of... like update each and every one of them manually. Just to make sure that they are all correct in terms of like vertex groups and stuff like that for animation. I wish there was a way to do this. Is writing in cursive just what Brits call joined up writing? Joined up writing. Joined up writing. Oh my god, I love that. I love that. I'm surprised you didn't call it the squiggly writing. with all the squiggly letters. Yes. Yes, that is cursive. That is cursive. Sorry, it just reminded me of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they go to visit Mac's father in prison. And they check the sign-in log. And it's got Charlie's mother checking in. And they're like, oh my god, look, there's someone else that has my mother's name that was here. Like, it is your mother. And no, it's got to be someone else. And they probably also signed their name with that, with the squiggly lines. Cursive? Are you talking about cursive? I say Charlie is the best character in all of It's Always Sunny. It's pretty slow to write if you write each letter individually. It is. It is. But if you write cursive properly, then it's easy to read and it's faster. But if you don't know how to write proper cursive and you just try to write cursive, it's gonna look like nonsense. If you're a doctor, however, if you're a doctor, you don't even write. Like, you just squiggle. I was like, yeah, I'll remember what that says. That's fine. Give the note to the doctor and you're like, what does this say? And they're like, I have no idea. I have no idea what I wrote there. I take a lot of notes, so I'd say it's actually a useful skill. It can be a useful skill if you're taking notes on paper. Most of the time, though, these days, you'll be taking notes on a laptop, typing it out. Even doctors don't really write things that much these days. Like, in a hospital, they might do... like, they'll do writing and stuff. But most GPs and, like, most doctors and whatnot that you see will just be typing stuff into a computer. Never take notes on a laptop. I think writing helps me remember. It does. It's scientifically proven that writing something on a piece of paper helps you remember it. Even when compared to typing something, it's still better to handwrite it. Yeah. We use write versus print, not easy to translate. Does not matter if done by person or machine. Take note on your phone and pipe it into Obsidian like a person with ADHD. I thought there was something that showed that, like, writing something down with a pen and paper was more effective at helping remember things. Something to do with the specific act of, like, writing it. Also, I've been left-handed for writing my entire life. I only found out recently that, like, I used to always get annoyed when I would write stuff out for like English or maths or something. I'd like write it out with grey lead or pen, and I'd just have like grey lead or ink just like all over the side of my hand because I'm like going over it with my hand and smudging it and shit, and it annoyed the hell out of me. I only found out recently that there's people that are left-handed that they don't write with it up like this. No. They turn it that way and they write sideways. So then their hand's going down and they're not like smudging over things. And I was like, where the hell were you people when I was in school? No one ever frickin' told me that. Come on. Bastards. I was like, yeah, we write left to right. I didn't think about turning the paper and being like, oh yeah, we write left to right, but my motion of left to right is just more up and down. Oh my god. So annoying. At least teachers were never able to say that I was, that it was someone else's work. They'll just be like, nah, look at the smudge on my hand, look at the smudge on the paper. That's my work, thank you very much. You go to hell. Try and tell me that that's not my work. Oh, actually, Kurt Rail. Yeah, I've already fixed that up. Okay, cool. I am going to... I've mentioned this previously. For my next game, I'm going to test out a few different engines in C++. O3DE, Ogre, and I am also going to test out the latest Unreal Engine stuff on Linux, just to see if they've improved stuff. I've heard that Unreal Engine 5.7 and 5.8 are just riddled with bugs, so that doesn't bode well for me testing and seeing if it's worth using. But I am going to, just because I believe that if you're going to hate on something, you best get to know it. You know, you can't just hate something for the sake of jumping on a bandwagon. Now, I have tried to use Unreal Engine in the past, I have tried to use Unreal Engine in the past. Ogre is old. It is, but it's still getting updates. Like, January 10th is when 14.5 was released. July 26th was when 14.4 was released. That's probably my only concern with it, is how long there is between releases. Yeah, I do want to tinker. Make sure that I pick the right thing for the right job. But I know that all of them can do the job. But like, that's probably my biggest thing about not wanting to use Unreal, is all of the stuff on top of C++. Like, you're not doing C++, you're doing Unreal Engine's framework that is written in C++. Ogre, not heard that in a long time. Saw someone using it over C++ the other day. Maybe that would be the best start since you're already familiar with it. So I've already done C++ stuff. I've already done stuff in Raylib, but I've only done 2D stuff in Raylib. Alright. I wouldn't use Raylib for a 3D project or anything like that, or even a large project at this point in time, purely because I don't want to write my own physics engine, stuff like that. SDL3 as well. I don't know why Raylib is so popular. Raylib is popular because it's... Raylib is popular because it's got all of this by default. Like, where are we? So we're going to here. It's got all of this by default, like creating shapes and collision, like calculating collisions, images, drawing images, textures, like getting colors, handling FPS, loading fonts, drawing like models and stuff like that, billboarding models, creating the meshes, loading materials, again doing collisions and stuff like that. Like SDL3, I don't think has collision stuff or animation stuff. It does graphical things, but you still need to code it to do the animations. You still need to code it to do the collisions and stuff like that. Whereas Raylib's already got that. SDL3 doesn't even really have image loading. You have to use SDVI. Yeah, exactly. So that's why... So Raylib is kind of the step above SDL3. So I'm at the Godot level at the moment. I want to step down to something further down that C++ doesn't have. Like, I'm thinking about going with something that doesn't have an editor, but it still has a physics engine. Because the physics engine is the biggest part that I'm not comfortable doing at the moment. So if I can go down to like not having an editor, and needing to write some of my own stuff, but not important stuff like the physics engine and whatnot, then that'd be good. Whereas, yeah. Good description of why Raylib's so popular. Yeah. And like after my next game, maybe I take another step down and I start to look at physics engine stuff. You are skilled enough to write a physics engine, don't sell yourself short. I can write a physics engine primarily because I understand dot products, and most physics engine stuff is dot products from what I can tell. My problem is writing, like, I could write a physics engine, but it wouldn't be a good physics engine. It wouldn't be a performant physics engine. It wouldn't be optimized. The code would be messy, if you will. So, yeah. I can't write one to the standard that I would want for a game. That's right, we just fixed up the importing. Lovely. The thing about tech is if you look into anyone's lib, etc., it ends up being messy. And I think part of the benefit of using a pre-rolled physics engine is that you can just be ignorant and say, I'm sure this is done well. I think the difference is if you use an open source tool, like O3DE or Ogre or something like that. I don't even think Ogre has a physics engine, to be honest. I'm not sure if it does, but like something like O3DE is an open source game engine. Godot is an open source game engine. Stuff like that. I think the code for those is less messy than just some random person's random physics engine library, because they have so many people that work on it. It generally tends to form a certain level of tidiness so that different people coming in can understand what's going on. So, yeah. That. I found I'm often surprised at how scrappy a lot of things are. Oh, definitely. Another thing I was thinking of was default. I'm not sure I can do C++ in default, can I? I think it's all Lua. Yeah. But I think default is written in... Do they have a GitHub? Pretty sure it's written in C++. Sammy, thanks for contributing. Much appreciated. 35% C++, 26% C. See, it is written in C++. But that's not exposed. Oh yeah, there is default C in C++. So in theory, I could use... camera. I don't think I would be able to, actually. I'd have to check out the code directly and do it through that. Yeah. 7% Java run. What else? I could just go to like engine database. C++ is fun because it's completely all over the place, and Java is fun because it's so strictly OOP. I haven't done my daily Akari yet. What am I doing? Not doing my daily Akari. Jesus Christ. Please tell me that was sarcasm. I just, like, the thing that I hate about Java is the... like, how long every line is. Like, you can't write a single line of Java that doesn't take up, like, the entire width of my screen. I hate it. So go do... oh, actually, no, we can't do that. You're coming straight through there, so I don't need to worry about that. Can put you there. I do need to worry about these, though. So... that. And then... we got a hit there. Well, that's not going to work. We can do that. Now I can't get that one. So I gotta go there. Then we hit that one. Go there. Don't have anything through there. There and there. Don't know. We got that covered. That covered. You're covered. It looks okay. Where did I go wrong? Right there. Right there's where I went wrong. Cool. Let's see. Programming languages. C++. Sounds like a skill issue. My Java lines ain't too long. It was... it was excessive to demonstrate a point. I can't talk. I have OpenJDK installed because if client was there... because if client want their app in JavaScript or Java, one has to get paid. I mean, I just wouldn't make it in Java. If they're like, we want it programmed in Java, they'd be like, sure. And they'll just go off and write it in something else. Write it in C#. And then when they're like, we want it in Java, we're like, it is in Java. It's in Microsoft Java. Duh. Same language. Same shit. Man, we dev in .NET. I mean, I had a job for like 4.5 years as a sports statistics programmer for C#, so I can't talk. I made a Java maths lib that was just a massive stack of floats. Then each vector was represented by an int offset into the array of floats. So int A equals vec3, 1, 2, 3. Int C equals add A, C. Then had push pop for freeing all vectors. Then I could have functions returning vectors without a call to new, since it's just an int offset. Jesus Christ. That's right, we want... .3D. C++ and 3D. I really want the Source 2 SDK. Java workarounds are great, that's why I love it. And then I could have functions returning vectors without a call to new, since it's just an int offset. Jesus Christ. Nebula is an open source and free to use modern C++ game engine. Really? Never heard of it. Core engine. Skylicht. Last updated November 2024. Let's see if that's true. No, it's still being updated. 4 months, 2 months, last month, 2 weeks. Added network debugging info. C++ 20. OS, Windows, and Linux. Linux is a whip. Okay. But yeah, Ogre and O3DE. So I don't think Ogre has physics. I think that's the main thing. Shadows, animations, sync, cross-platforming, hardware, buffers, mesh tools, runtime, shader generation, scripts, resource. Text. Yeah. There we go, like... Ogre 3D physics. So I think what I could do with Ogre Ogre 3D with, what was it called? What's the... Oh, thank you for the Prime too, Ned. I missed that. My bad. My bad. What's the... What are the physics engines? I know there's Havoc and Jolt. So I guess if I go for Ogre, I would need to use like Ogre, like Havoc or Jolt or something so that I can have physics support with Jolt or with a physics engine. Like there's this thing here where it like goes through, yeah. So that is an option. Bullet, yep. So there's this thing. So Ogre and Bullet begins tutorial. So this goes through actually setting it up. Cross-platform framework for implementing realistic physics and collision detection into games and simulation applications. It is written in C++ and compatible with many game engines, Ogre 3D being one of them. Prerequisites, first of all, let me clarify, the installation method depends on your platform. And I will not talk about installing the library in this post. This post assumes that you have the following. They're compiled and working Ogre 3D installation. The headers should be in the correct header search path. A compiled and working Bullet physics installation in your system. The headers should already be already in the correct path. A new project ready to write code in the tool of your choice. I used Xcode for OS X for this post. A basic understanding of Ogre 3D concepts. I got none. C++ knowledge. Duh. I've made Pong and a Papers, Please style text point and click kind of game in Raylid. So, I think I have C++ knowledge. Okay, so it goes through that. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, like that would be what I'd need to do. And then there's O3DE, which, I mean, 2605. This thing here I'm interested in purely because it's like controlled mostly by the Linux Foundation, I'm pretty sure. Companies support O3D as members of the Open 3D Foundation. Find out why and discover how becoming a member helps you to shape the future of O3DE. AWS, Red Hat, Open Robotics, Robotic AI, Kutztown University, IGDA, SideFX, RIT, National IT Industry Promotion Agency, a whole bunch. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. See which one I choose to go with in the long run. That one there is now done. Done. All right. I was going to make sure that customers and employees walk around correctly still. Because I did make some small changes. Tiny changes. I think that's because I've got the embed thing on. Let's see. Andy, help. Hire you. You. Be a cashier. You know it. also going to take this. Going to put it there. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, you took one of the costumes. All right there. Outbound index 9. What's 9? It's the behavior tree for the NPC. Interactable 52, switch state. Oh, it's an interactable that's switching state. Oh, I know what it is. So O3D is based on Lumberyard, which is based on CryEngine. Not quite. So Lumberyard was a modified version of CryEngine because AWS got a license agreement with CryEngine to do that. And then when Lumberyard went up, the Linux Foundation got involved and turned it into O3DE, but they scrapped a bunch of it and kept like a bunch of the core of it and kind of rebuilt a bunch as well, from what I recall. So it's kind of like it was CryEngine, but now it's been like really modified, and it still has some CryEngine type stuff, but it's mostly its own, like mostly a rewrite of stuff at this point. Any security cameras? Looks like the shop needs a few. I mean, I can set some up. I just remembered I played your demo a few days ago. It was pretty good. There was a bug where if you did a credit card transaction yourself, it didn't get added to your total money. Didn't have trouble with a hide cashier. Maybe you fixed it already. I did fix that, Dunamis. Someone actually posted that same thing in the discussions of Steam. I don't know if that was you. They had a different Steam username. And I saw that and I fixed it. I put up the demo, and that was around, I think it was about June 6th. It was about June 6th or so. So it was like a week ago now that I put that up. But yeah, we fixed that one. We found that and we corrected it. Read that after. Makes me wonder how much they got from getting that code. Yeah, exactly. So I think what we're missing here. Actually, did I set that to the full build? I'm not sure I actually set that to the... Now, let me see. Steam partner. It's going to want me to log in. No. Cool. Let me check. Make sure that I did set the default to that. I didn't. Okay, I'm going to do that now. All right, Dunamis, that is now live. The fix for that is now live. If you want to, if you play it again, that should be fixed. Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Fantastic. Gedunt. A Gedunt, for anyone that doesn't know. G''DUNT. Much like a G'day is short for good day, Gedunt is short for good. See you next Tuesday. Yep. Just in case you were wondering what a Gedunt was. It's very important to know what a Gedunt is. Very, very important. What was I doing? That's right. So the problem is going to be... under here, we don't have this. That's what the issue was. That's what just crashed. This is why we test with all of the different products, to make sure that all of them have that stuff. DVD has it. Hot sauce has it. Beautiful. Plushy has it. Wait. Boxed game kits have it. You've got, yep. Lovely. I had that, I just say, hang on. There we go. I was like, why is that still there? And then let's also check this. Sweet. And the costumes. Excellent. All right. That's going to fix that up. Fixed poster canister to have the purchase state. Love it. Love it. All right. What up, Endopina? How we doing? Wait, your avatar is so mega cool. First I thought you may lay your face on top of the model in real time, but those are just some photo textures. You talking about this? Wait. Oh, so this is my webcam. This is my webcam. You're seeing my hands and my head. And then there's the 3D model, which is no hands or head on the model. It's just the body. So, yeah, I can even... I can even turn around. Yeah. Since when do you have a body? I've had this mech for about a month now. I generally only have the mech equipped in nighttime streams. Yeah. And now I'm orange, and you'll notice that the lights on the mech have also changed to orange. So, yeah. What do I do? You're looking at it. This is what I do. I'm making a game and also making a fool of myself online. It works well. Yeah. I thought your head woke, Polly. No, it's just my projection. There, I can turn off the projection effect, and there's just me. But now, I'll turn the projection effect back on. Yeah. Alright. What I'll do... We got more finished tonight than I thought we'd get finished. I didn't expect to get this much done tonight, to be honest. Let's see here. Because yeah, what did we get done? We fixed up our issue with loading previous stuff. Can I ask, how did you make it? Oh, I made my overlay in Godot. I created my overlay in Godot. So for my camera, I used some trickery to have my head and hands visible only. And I use for this movement and stuff, I use Slime VR. So Slime VR trackers. To map. And I get the info from here. You can see all the Slime VR trackers that I have connected. I get this information into Godot. Like that server there on the left of the screen will send the information to Godot. And Godot will map that information to my armature so that I can move and stuff. Yeah. What framework do you use? I'm not a game dev. I'm using Godot. Currently. I am keeping an eye on Flux Pose for the tracking, though. Purely because they have, like, this here. This goes on your hip, and it's like a base station on your hip. So it would be interesting to see if you can have actual motion capture with that. One thing I'm going to need to set up for my next project as well. I'm going to need to get this stuff hooked up into either Blender or whatever game engine I'm using. Because what I would want to do, like I can take this movement here and I can have Godot save this movement as keyframes for an animation. So I want to kind of get that working with Blender so that in Blender I can create a character for my next game, and then I can do movements. It's like I can do the mocap animations, and then in Blender just like clean it up a bit. Thank you very much. Good luck for your future ventures too. So that'll be very fun for the next project. That'll probably be the first thing that I try to do, because if I can get that working, if I can get the motion capture stuff in Blender working and do the animations and stuff, then I can do that for other people as well. So if anyone wants like mocap animations, they can tell me what animations they need. I can set up my system to work with their rig, mapping bones and whatnot, and then I can do the animations, clean them up, send them back to them. Yeah. However, one thing I will not be using my mocap for, I will never use my mocap for a cube. I will never use my mocap for a cube. I still don't understand why they did this. I feel like that's a ridiculous waste of money. Stupidest waste of money. Absolutely stupid. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. But, hey. Yeah, what did we get done? We fixed up delivery boxes and such so that if someone's opening a save file from the demo, it doesn't break in the release. We fixed that. We fixed up posters, several things for the posters. We fixed up some stuff for furniture. We fixed up some stuff for products placing on shelves. We just fixed up the poster canister for the purchase state. Fixed up our meshes for our bobbleheads to make sure they've got the correct vector groups. Oof. We're looking good. We are looking good. I'm liking it. We will call it there, though, for the night. Tomorrow, because, I mean, if I keep going, we're just going to finish the game, and we're going to have the game finished in like a week if I just keep going. We don't want that. The release is the 24th of July. Like, come on. So, what we will do. Tomorrow morning, no stream. I'm pulling my PC apart and I'm reapplying thermal paste so that I can hopefully get my temperatures down from 76 degrees Celsius. We will also... We'll just go through and just be testing this stuff. See what breaks when we do this stuff. So, that's what we will start tomorrow night. And we should have all of this tested and fixed by the end of next week. At which point we can start work on optimizations and the Steam AutoCloud stuff. So, yeah. I will see you all in, 19-ish hours. Good night, good hunts.